current president of the Black MBA Association of Washington, D.C. Welcome, Carletta Hunt. Are you there?
Hi, Denise. I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. So we were talking off camera about this amazing, amazing conference that you all brought to Washington, D.C. I mean, if people were downtown and kept saying, where are these people coming from with these, looking like there's so much businesses and activity. It was 9,000 of your members in D.C. for a week. It wasn't the caucus. It wasn't correct. It came after the caucus.
No, right.
Carletta, tell us what folks were seeing.
Well, so it's our 46th annual national conference hosted here in Washington, D.C. The national conference, the national organization was started in 1970, in Chicago. And we've been doing the conference now for 46 years. So 9,000 attendees. We are the premier career expo for Black professionals looking for a job. One requirement we have for anybody on our floor of the 275 corporations and organizations who came to D.C. looking for Black and brown people to hire. That's what we require that. And so people come for that. They come for the access. They come for the opportunity. And they also come to network. It's like a family reunion. We say you come every year because you see your friends, you see some acquaintances. And it's also about relationships. We really focus in on the idea that even if you're not looking for a job today or last week, coming to this conference puts you in front of individuals who not only look like you and sound like you, but also looking for voices like yours to be in their corporation.
So it's the Black MBA Association. Describe what this, because you're saying Black professionals, and I'm thinking they're all MBAs, but explain who they are and a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so our new tagline is MBA not required. Of course, back in 1970, the world was very different, not that much different, but still different. And so getting opportunities was not easily attainable for Black MBA students. And so they got together, and that's how it started. And I fast forward, even when I joined the organization back in Atlanta in the late 1990s, I didn't have an MBA. They said, oh, this doesn't matter as long as you have an advanced degree and I was an entrepreneur. And so we really about the advancement of Black people, period. So whether you're an MBA, only have your bachelor's, or really just not even have some sort of degree, if you're about business and building economic wealth in the community, then we want to support you. And so that's what our conference is about. Now, me, I'm an educator by trade. I actually got into the Black MBA through a program called Leaders of Tomorrow. So LOT, as we call it affectionately, is our youth development program. It's an opportunity for us to reach back and help those in middle and high school learn about themselves through public speaking, leadership, career and college readiness, but also exposure. And so I joined the Atlanta chapter as LOT chair because I'm an educator by trade. I love working with young people. And that gave me my foot in the door. And I've been here ever since. And so the love I have for the organization is based on this idea that we work from grade school to grad school, that we want to support everybody in the middle. And our main focus is economic wealth and empowerment. How do we do that? We can do it through education, exposure, and entrepreneurship.
So let's talk a little bit about how the MBA Association of DC actually functions in Washington, DC. You're talking about from elementary school through. Yes. What are some of the programs that you all have initiated in the DMV?
Yes, education is one of our strongest pillars that we focus on to connect it to the national organization. So I mentioned LOT, so that's for middle and high school students. And then we also do this upcoming holiday season, we always do either tour drive or a coat drive. So this year we're doing a coat drive. So last year we was able to support one elementary school and a shelter with over 100 items for the winter months. And so we do that as a way of giving back. And then also for graduate school, now of course, MBA, you assume MBA, but also we would support students who get into regular master's or a doctorate. So we have scholarships and professional development opportunities. One thing we're really proud of the last 4 years, through a sponsorship with Raymond James, is to take students to conference free of charge. So it covers their registration, their airfare, and hotel to make sure they're able to be in the room, right? I mentioned those 275 corporations looking to hire Black and brown people. We want to make sure our students are there getting those opportunities. So we've been able to do that. And then we also do a scholarship. And after COVID or during COVID, we decided we would add a new scholarship category, which is economic hardship. So we have our members who've already finished their degrees. They're in working and living. They still have student loans or just student debt. And so we decided to offer them an opportunity. So while you're in school, yes, you do need money, but also once you graduate, those bills are still coming. So we had that about 4 years ago. I'm really excited to see that grow.
And this is all the work of the Washington, D.C. chapter, which I assume it just doesn't include the District of Columbia, but does it include Maryland, Virginia?
Yeah,
How is that?
this chapter started in 1976, 6 years after the national started. And we cover the whole Metro DC area. So Maryland, Virginia, DC, we reach all of those places. In addition to that, we do partnership with Philadelphia, New York, and North Carolina because it's a East Coast corridor. So we've been excited to work with them as well.
And one of the things that we observed as a result of COVID, people have talked about this, it has been the growth of entrepreneurship. I mean, individuals who started, small companies, they were home making cupcakes, and now they have a cupcake company or a jewelry company or a fragrance company or what have you. So how have you all, I guess, worked with and supported these individual entrepreneurs?
No, that's a great question. And what we do is like we support Black businesses. Like we actually hire them for our events. We are working with an event company right now that's Black owned, Black female owned. And then even when we have events and activities, we attempt to use spaces and places that are owned by Black businesses. And one thing we also offer, the professional development series, we have partnerships with the Marriott. They have an amazing minority hotel ownership program. We've done 2 workshops with them. And then we also work with other organizations like WACIF, WACIF, and the Enterprising Women of Color. Have a great partnership growing with them. So what we want to do is make sure our members know about what's happening in the DMV. There are so many free resources. We also had the department, it's 2 DC entities that provide free services for business owners, whether it's a business plan, find out if you need to get trademarked, and making sure our members are aware of that. So we do a lot of work around education. So education, I said, is the key, one of our main pillars. So we'll make sure they know what's available to them and what you can get for free versus paying for. There are so many services that the DC offices offer that our members just weren't aware of. And like last year, we have a series called Black Brilliance, and it's based on business and economic development. So all that talks about is if you're a small business owner, whether it's operations, whether it's marketing, whether it's legal, we want to make sure you have all those pieces. So once a month, we have a workshop series that focuses just on that.
So, you said a whole lot. I mean, it's almost like, dollars dropping from heaven that you all, are providing for small businesses.
We hope so.
And, we're happy here at the Washington Informer to be in partnership because a lot of the information that you are providing today, appears in our publication. That's why we keep telling people to pick up the issue because it's right there. Carletta is doing her job, making sure that the information is disseminated. But, let's talk a little bit about the mission and vision of the MBA, Black MBA Association. I mean, what is it actually is the goal of the organization?
Our goal is to help our community build wealth creation through education and entrepreneurship. And everything we do is connected to that. So like we mentioned, the scholarship, that's education. And even us giving professional development workshops, working with Howard University, Bowie State, making sure our members know what's happening with them. And then we say entrepreneurship because we understand that the power to build economic wealth has to go beyond your 9 to 5. And every entrepreneurship doesn't start from scratch. It's also something we stress. So you might be a franchisee owner. You might buy existing business. Like those are different ways. And we want our members to understand that we are here to help you build economic wealth, which also turns into generational wealth. And then goes into dynasty building, 3 generations of money, of access. And that also means diversifying what you look at as an investment. So it's not real estate is one. That's the key. Then we also look at venture capital is being VC with our first pitch competition this year with the national organization, and our own Erin Long won the $50,000 scale up money for her family through FedEx. And so that's what we're here about. How do we help our members build wealth, economic
family
wealth?
Tell us what family is, because
family is a eco-friendly feminine hygiene product started by Erin Long.
Okay. All right.
If you're coming to our gala on the 26th, she'll be there receiving Entrepreneur of the Year. But that's what we do. So we want to make sure our members, and also with our members, understand MBA not required, you come to us wherever you are, right? Where you just starting, we got you. We'll get you connected to resources and opportunities to just learn. That education piece comes in again. Or if you're in advance, like one of our members has 3 hotels already, how can we help them scale up? So part of that is that we want to make sure we can help you at any stage you're in. I'm excited to say that we have a MOU with the MBDA, and we had a great call with them about how can we start getting access to technical assistance, which is free through their 100 and some odd centers across the country. So we're really focused on making sure our members, we don't want to be gatekeepers and open the gates of opportunity so our members can grow.
So I had two final questions because I know our time is really short. One, briefly, if you could just maybe talk about one of the biggest, I guess, barriers. People are starting businesses, but there's maybe one barrier that the association looks at that you try to help people through when it comes to being a successful entrepreneur. And then we want to talk a little bit about the event that's coming up in a couple of weeks.
I would say, honestly, if I could say 2 things. One is education, like know what you don't know. And then access, like we want to again open those gates. We want to make sure that we're in those rooms and we're going to bring you with us. And that's what happens with most small Black businesses. It's just us. We're a single person, and we want to talk about how can you grow, because a business is only there if you can exist beyond yourself. So education and access are the 2 barriers. And education, just because people don't realize what's available to them because they're not aware of it, and that also goes to access. So those would be the 2 I would say.
Okay. And then finally, you got a big event coming up also at the end of the month. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, we have our annual Scholarship and Awards Gala. We actually are going to be at MGM Grand Hotel, the Grand Ballroom. We grew from last year, and we give away about almost $30,000 worth of scholarships, again, from grade school to grad school. And then we also present about a dozen chapter awards to our members and sponsors and supporters. So we're always excited. Every October to come out and just celebrate the work we're doing. It's a fundraiser as well. It helps our scholarship fund and our Leaders of Tomorrow's program. So yeah, October 26th.
We want to put up at least the information on how folks can get more information about the MBA. There we go. Yes, want to make sure that's correct?
No, I don't know what that is.
No. Yeah. So give us a website. Yeah.
Our website is dcblackmbaa.org. So it's dcblackmbaa.org. You can go there and go to gatherings, and the link is there how you can purchase tickets.
Okay, wonderful. We're going to get that up before we say goodbye because I want to make sure folks see it. dcblackmbaa.org.
Yes,
we're moving slow on the keys here,
but
there we go. That's it. Okay, all right. So we want folks to take note of that. Go to the website, find out more information about the organization, get your tickets, get involved, get help, get assistance.
MBA not required. Come join us.
Well, thanks for telling me that.
Yes. I know it's our new tagline, so don't feel bad. I speak quite a bit, and I tell people MBA not required. Oh, really? I'm like, yes, come join us. We have fun.
Wonderful. All right. I know you have fun. I saw it. So I may have been the oldest person in the room, but I'm like, hey, this is the place to be.
Yes,
so thank you so much, Dr. Carletta Hunt, for being with us.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yes. Thank you.
All righty. So long.